Hello, I'm Jessica, and this is going to be an amazing upper body seated workout. Today we will be focusing on the triceps, shoulders, and the chest muscles. I do have a set of 5-pound dumbbells with me underneath my chair, and I also have my long band. If you do not have a long band, I definitely recommend that you get one because it is an amazing way to work on those chest muscles from a seated position rather than on the floor with push-ups or lying on the floor with a chest press. This is a great way to modify those exercises. If you have a shorter band, you can substitute that in today. And if you don't have any bands at all, you can go ahead and use a squish ball or a small pillow just to get some of those pressing movements and engage those chest muscles just a little bit today. Don't worry if you don't have exactly the same equipment. I really want you to make this work for you and get those muscles working. You can worry about the equipment later. Go ahead, get set up. Make sure that you are subscribed, and we're gonna start right now. Before we get right on into our exercises, you guys know the drill. We need to get warmed up. So I just want you to open those arms out, palms out, and work the shoulders away from the ears. Really lengthen tall through the spine and hug those ab muscles in. And then just slowly start to roll the arm bones back and take the thumbs behind you as far as you can without pushing the stomach forward. So the movement is really right here through the front of the shoulders and through those chest muscles. And then exhale, release that tension. Inhale here. And then exhale, take it back. Open them up again. Remember to hug those deep core muscles in to support the body. Release and roll the shoulders up and back here, loosening through that shoulder joint. We'll get a little bit bigger with us. Very good. And then let's go ahead and reach those arms all the way up, out to the sides and down. Inhale up. Exhale out to the sides and down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale out to the sides and down. And then this time we're gonna swing the arms at the bottom here, getting lots of movement through the shoulders, and then turn palms up with each movement there. Good, so rotating through those forearms a little bit. Start sending your bottom hand to the back, top hand up and open towards the ceiling. Bigger rotation here through the body, through the arms. You can speed that up a little bit. If you would like, you can keep it smaller and slower if that feels better for you here. And then soften that down. We'll take the left hand to the left thigh. Inhale, reach this right arm all the way up. Nice. Bend over to the side and then reach the arm off. As you bring it back up, set that one on the thigh. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. And exhale, long off the body as it comes back down. And set it on up one more time each side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach, pull those fingertips away from the body. Switch out those arms. Inhale up. Exhale all the way over. Open those chest muscles. Exhale, set it down. Let's go ahead and warm up through those triceps. Take those arms overhead and drop the thumbs down just right behind the head. It can touch the neck. But if it doesn't quite make it there just yet, if they're not ready to stretch that far, don't force them. And then separate those arms. So imagine just kind of sending the fingertips out at a 45-degree angle above you, getting these little muscles back here working and warming up, ready to work nice and hard today. Very good. Take that on down. Couple more shoulder circles there. Give everything a last little check, see how it all feels, and then we will get our hand weights out from underneath the chair. Today is a no repeat workout, so we are going to give ourselves 20 repetitions within each exercise. 20 is the get to, it is not a have to. So if you can do all 20, that is amazing. And if you need a break somewhere in there, that's amazing too. You go ahead and do what you can until we can do more. So we're gonna go ahead, turn these palms up, elbows come into the sides, and we're gonna tighten up through those core muscles. We're gonna start with that cross body fly. We're going to take 20 of these. I'm gonna start counting now. You go nice and slow, nice and steady. Very good. Don't let the body turn with you. I like no repeat workouts because if there is something in here that is not your favorite today, you only have to do it the one time, which is always nice. And it also gives us a lot of time today that we're gonna have a big variety and work these muscles in lots of different ways, which is really important because we wanna be strong in all of our pathways of movement and through our functional daily lives. Very good, we're almost there. This is our last set here. Very good job. Take it on in, and we're gonna drop those weights down to the sides. And I want you to lift the right arm halfway. But before we lift those arms, just pull up the elbows just a little bit and then set the shoulders back. So I want you to be really broad through the collarbone, soft bend in the elbow. Lift and lower slow here. We're gonna, again, take 20 of these. I'm gonna start counting now. No bending through the wrists. Core stays nice and straight, just like our workout on Tuesday. We had to recruit those core muscles for a lot of body stability. We're doing that here as well. They are working to keep you balanced, so you are working on your balancing muscles through your core, even though you are seated. Good, remember to stay nice and steady, really controlled with this movement, using those shoulders. We are halfway there. A little over halfway there. Those movements. Listen to your body. Last set here. 20 goes by so fast. And we're gonna go right into another shoulder exercise. This time we're gonna let those arms drop down to the bottom, and I want you to tuck the belly button back in between the rib cage. If you have a chair with a nice sturdy back on it, you can go ahead and lean back on it just a little bit. Don't lose this core work though, and we're gonna raise those arms. Not to the side, not to the center, kind of right in between. Pause and then lower. And we'll switch to the other side again, using those stabilizing muscles. I'm gonna start counting now. Go with me here. You've got this. Shoulders to shoulders. And later on in the workout, we'll be going chest to chest. Back to back, building up good endurance through these muscles. Good, don't rush through this, even if you get tired. Do your best and absolutely make sure that you have great form here today. So important to keep yourself safe. Good, we're halfway there.
On the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche,
Hang in there, I didn't forget about you. You're almost done. This is your last set. And 20. Beautiful job there. Go ahead and take these weights, set them onto the lap, and just give the fingers a quick break, a quick stretch. And we're gonna head into a tricep exercise here. So we're gonna take these weights. I'm gonna turn to the sideways to show you guys, and then we'll go together and start keeping count. So if you'd still like a little break, you have a couple extra seconds here. The hands are gonna come behind us, and we're gonna lift the dumbbell up using the backs of these arms, these tricep muscles. So what you don't wanna do here is start arching through the back and through the stomach, and you definitely don't wanna start flicking the wrist. It's just a nice push back, pause. You should feel the back of that arm working, and then bring it back in slow and controlled. So let's go ahead and do 20 of those together here. Plant those feet firmly into the floor. Hug those abs in. Slow and steady. Pause at the top. Don't rush through and miss that work, especially since you only have to do this once today. If you really love any of these exercises, I suppose you could give it a pause and get in a second set. Or you can add them into your memory bank and use them in the workouts that you design for yourself. Very good. So again, remember those key points. Abs are hugged in, shoulders are out of the ears. The belly button is not pushing forward and pulling back. We're pushing the hands back, but not flicking the wrists, giving a little pause at the top and returning slow and controlled. Doing good. Keep running through your list. You are almost there. You should definitely feel the backs of those arms working. That's good. Toning, strengthening, improving. Waking everything up in there for today. Getting everything nice and warm. We have just a few more here. Hang in here with me. This is nice and steady. Last two. Pause and return. One more here. Pause and return. Very good. Go ahead and set one of those hand weights underneath your chair. Thought that was gonna run away for a second. We're gonna go back to those chest muscles. We're gonna take this weight, and now mine has an edge on it. So even though the weight is able to rest on the tops of my hands, I'm still going to push my hands together like this weight could fall through. So you want that really good press, and you should feel those chest muscles engage there. And we're just gonna slide it out and pull it in. Hand placement can be different depending on how you feel. If it feels better here, that's okay to be a little bit wider as long as you are pushing. I am keeping count. This is a nice big exercise, and we have to do all 20 using both sides. You've got this. We're already a quarter of the way there. Halfway there. Modification here, you can do this with no weight, or you can reduce and decrease the amount of weight that you are moving. It's not even really about the weight, it's about the push of those hands together. And this extending and flexing through the arms happening here. You will definitely feel those chest muscles being challenged on the out. A little bit less on the in. Shoulders are working here too. You're not imagining it. Let's go ahead and do one last really good one here. Pause and hold. And then we're gonna go off to the shoulders. This time here, we're gonna take the weight. Now, I'm gonna let you decide if you would like to do more of a military style press, or if you feel better here with the elbow in front of the shoulder and doing a press. Either way, I know this is tough. These exercises here for the shoulder catch up with you pretty quick. So we're gonna do 10 on each side, and that will give us 20 total. Wherever you would like to go ahead and start with your right arm, and 10 good presses here. Press, lower, slow. Let that shoulder work to bring that weight down with a lot of strength and control. We don't wanna lift stuff and then just drop it. We wanna lift and lower. Nice and steady, nice and smooth. Beautiful. Halfway there on this side. Good, pace with me. Up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, 3. If you need that extra little engagement here to keep you nice and slow, this is your last one on the right side here. And drop that on down. Right hand, right arm, and shoulder. Get a little bit of a break. Let's go on over to the left. 10 here on this side, either military or forward press. That is up to you. Lower, slow. Let those muscles work. Lifting, pausing, and lowering strength, all being challenged here. Halfway there with this one. You'll notice one arm is probably struggling a little bit more than the other. We talk about that pretty often. That's normal, but we do want to even them out. Good. Stay nice and controlled. Make sure all of those joints are stacking up nicely. We have 2 more. Last one here. Bring that down and drop that down. We're gonna go back to the right hand. I'm gonna turn to the side just so you guys can have a really clear idea of what we got going on. You can stay forward in your chair. Plant those feet nice and firm. And again, abs pull in, belly button stays in between the rib cage and the hips. So we're not doing this motion here. We're not dancing through the belly today. Right arm lifts up, it has the dumbbell, it drops down behind you, and then press it up. Again, lower, slow. So lifting, pausing, and lowering strength. Try to keep that elbow and bicep in towards the ear and up towards the sky. We're gonna do 10 on each side. So hopefully you have a weight that is nice and challenging for you. No bending and flicking through the wrist here at the top either, staying stacked through those joints here as well. Watch what is happening through the stomach. 2 more on this side. Since we're only doing 10 and not the 20, I really want this lowering to be nice and slow. Bring that back forward easy, and let's take it on over. Same thing for the left hand. Again, if you need the visual, I will bring myself this way just so you can see what we have going on. Left hand all the way up, drop it down, control the placement of that left elbow, lower, slow, lift with a little more power. Good, you might be getting a couple little body sounds throughout these movements today. Joints loosening and releasing up. As long as there is no pain, noise is a little worrisome, but it's okay. I know it can, you hear these popping noises through your body and you can kind of be like, wait, what was that? As long as there is no pain and everything feels good, chances are That's all it is. It's just noise. Last one here. Bring it up. Lower, slow, let this muscle work. And then bring that on in. We'll take ourselves back to the front. Awesome job there. Go ahead and set that weight underneath your chair as well. And hopefully you have a long band here. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this to the back of us. If you have a shorter band, you'll probably need to hold it here at the front. We're gonna take a chest press, but instead of being on the floor or in a push-up motion, we get to stay here, seated in our chair. Make sure that your band is nice and secure in those hands. And ladies, if you have long hair, make sure that your hair is out of the way. So I'm gonna take my hands and swing them out so that my wrist is in front of my elbow and my elbow is at the same height coming right off of the shoulder joint. And then I'm gonna press them together, extending them out, not high, not low, right here in the middle. Bring them back in. It is the same thing as the past few exercises that we did. Out with a little bit of power, lower, and release. Slow, we're gonna take 20 of these. Chest is having to work nice and hard here. Don't rush through this release of tension. You can adjust the band for more or less resistance depending on how you feel here. We are halfway there with this one. No bending through those joints. Don't let those elbows start drooping. I know you feel those shoulders here. That was not an accident. I put you here so that you could work the shoulders while you work the chest. We are almost there. Remember, 20 is the goal. It is not something you have to do. So if you need to take a break, especially if you have to take a break to maintain good form, you don't want to keep pushing through this if your form is getting a little rocky. We have 3 more here. 2. Last one, make it the best one yet. I know my legs are shaking and tapping. Release and drop that down. Very good. Go ahead and take this band now to the front. And we're gonna kind of tighten up the grip. This will work really well, especially if you have a small band. If you have a long band, you're just gonna have a little extra stuff in the way. I'm turning to the side so I can rest my left arm on the side rest, but you are welcome to stay wherever you're comfortable. Hands are to the front of the body. My right elbow pulls into the side, and I'm gonna pull this band down over my right leg, encouraging this right elbow to stay in close to the body. Good, go with me here. So remember, press and release. Nice and slow. Try not to build a bunch of tension through that left arm. It's definitely working to keep this band in place, but we want the focus to be on the right arm. That's the arm that's working right now. Good, practicing elbow flexion and extension here, and that is what the tricep muscle does. So if you like bending these elbows, it's important to keep those triceps nice and strong. 3 more here. Again, hug those abs in, make sure that middle body, your core, your trunk is not moving. Bring it into the center, and you can switch sides if you would like. We're gonna take 20 here on this left side. You've got this. Control the resistance, increasing or decreasing by increasing or decreasing the length of the band that you have. Try to keep the resistance the same on both sides. Even if one arm is a little bit weaker, Try to challenge it just as much as your strong arm so that hopefully it catches up in time. Good, we're halfway there. I'm gonna decrease my band a little bit. I'm feeling the work for sure. Bands are such a great piece of equipment to have available to you in your home gym. They are fairly inexpensive. They travel really well. They're really easy to adjust and modify. But I do like to remind you guys to check your bands before every use. Make sure that they're not cracking or tearing. They do need replacement from time to time. It's not like a dumbbell where it's gonna last you 15 or more years. They will need to be replaced a little more often. So you wanna make sure they're in good shape before you start using them, especially pulling towards the body. We have one more here. And awesome job, bring it back in to the center. Now, this next exercise is going to be shoulders, chest, and triceps all in one. The good news is it's our last exercise, and we will only end up doing 10 on each side. So the left arm is gonna pull in, right arm is gonna push out, bend the elbow back, extend, bring it in, and then push the left out. Elbow back, extend the arm out. You can increase or decrease the band. So right arm out, elbow back, extend the hand. If you feel that, because there's a little bit of coordination in here, if you feel like you're gonna forget, that's okay. You just follow with me. We'll get through it together. Just copy my movements. I'm here with you. We'll do this together. I might even forget. It's a lot to remember. You're gonna feel those arms working the whole way through. Beautiful job. Keep hanging in here with me. And then we're gonna get a nice, good stretch. I have a little bit more of a concern here with your chest muscles today. Not so much for strength, but more for stretching. It's a very common in our posture movements that we start this hunching and those chest muscles get in a tightened position. I want to stretch them open so that it is easier for you to sit with better posture. So after we finish this, take a break if you need to. I feel that after we finish this exercise, we will open and cool down all of these muscles and we will get a really good chest stretch to help improve our posture today too. Almost there. Hang in here. I am struggling too. This is tough. Take a break if you need to. Drop, correct your form, and come back to it. You're gonna see me do that. I'm going to instruct by example here. So anytime I feel like I can't maintain my proper form, I will just take that break. And the exercise will always wait for you. It will always be here. You can come back to it. Very good. Let's go ahead and take one more set. These are very tough. Out with the right, pull back, extend. Out with the left, pull that elbow back, extend, bring it back in, and release. Nice and easy. Very good. Don't let this band go really far away yet. We're going to use it in some of our stretching. Go ahead here first, though. Let's get into the shoulders. Cross this right arm over, forearm to forearm. Bring it into the body. Nice. Gentle hug there. Try not to turn with the shoulder. You'll lose your stretch. Deep breath in. Relax, ease that on down. Give this one a good stretch here. Especially after the back workout, there's still maybe a little bit of tenderness in there. Same thing on this side. Pull it on in, forearm to forearm. We don't want to pull on the joint. Very good. Let your body relax here. And release that on down, nice and easy. Now, I did mention keeping your band handy. So we're gonna take a really wide grip here. And the nice part is the band stretches. You do wanna watch out for your hair. We're going to lift it up and then take a nice, easy side to side here, stretching those chest muscles open, hugging those abs in. Really good. One more time, each side here. This will help us get ahead of any soreness in the body today too. Here, bring it back down. And we're gonna inhale, bring it back up, take it back. Don't go any further than what feels good. And we're gonna lean off to the left, sweep it down to the right, and then left arm reaches up and back. Pull it over, kind of like putting on a coat. Exhale to the right, lower the left hand, and then bring the right hand up and over and return it back overhead. Good, deep breath in and exhale. Release that on down. You can set the band to the back of your chair or underneath it. You want to make sure that it is out of the way. And then we will inhale, sweep this right arm all the way up. And then exhale, reach it open, opposite wall. So right hand to the right wall. And then we'll just kind of turn the head down to the left, and you'll feel a stretch down here through the neck. Release that on down. Inhale, left arm up. Stretch it on over towards the left, opposite wall here with the face and the neck. Keep reaching those hands. And then bring that back up. Inhale, take both those arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms here. Pull those elbows back. Send those shoulders down. Lift the chest nice and tall. No tension through the low back. Release that on down. Take the right arm up overhead and just touch those fingertips to the back. You can give gentle guidance here with the left arm. Make sure that you are not really vigorously pulling on this elbow. You want to be very gentle here. So rather than pulling, we're just kind of keeping in place. Release that on down. And same thing here. Take this left one up and back. Make sure that the stomach is not pushing forward. Rib cage is in between the hips and the chest. Release that on down, shoulder circles up and back here. And you can wiggle those hips forward into the chair just a little bit. And go ahead, reach around, grab the back of the chair, or even interlace the fingers. And we're gonna roll those shoulders up and back, and then stretch that chest forward nice and tall. Good, deep breath in, exhale, release. Those hands soften through the low back as you slide the hips back. Roll it on up, and then take this right arm all the way up and back. Now, at a certain point, you're gonna have to kind of come out to the side. If you don't make it straight back, that's okay. Lower that down. And same thing here, so kind of a back stroke movement here. So really lengthening through the front of the shoulders, through the whole rotator cuff, and those chest muscles here. Really opening this front of the body. And then we will inhale again. Exhale, cactus arms. One more time, send that chest really tall. Good deep breath in here. Drop those arms and then let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me for another awesome workout. I will be back with more next week, so make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss those. Until I see you guys again, take good care of yourselves. Keep working out, keep practicing. Do not forget to look for a leg exercise or a lower body workout to complete this week. Other than that, you guys, I will see you again soon. Thank you so much.